Okay, so Tottenham Hotspur looking for a new manager. There's also plenty of movement activity in the transfer market with that first bonus transfer window closing on Tuesday. Mark McAdam is back, and we've got some new news regarding a potential incoming for Arsenal.
Yeah, huge news for Arsenal fans because we know that they're in the market for a goalkeeper. In the last few moments, we can confirm on Sky Sports News that Arsenal are progressing to sign a goalkeeper. It's Kepa from London rivals Chelsea. Arsenal are expected to trigger his release clause, which is currently at £5 million. The reason why it's so low is because when he was at Chelsea last summer, he was going into the final year of his contract, but he renegotiated terms which allowed him to go on loan to Bournemouth. Kepa agreed to take a pay cut, but extended his contract by a further year. In that agreement, there was an agreement there with the player and the club that there would be this low £5 million release clause. So not only did he get the opportunity to go to Bournemouth and play on loan for a season in the Premier League, where he had a really impressive season, but this summer it meant that there was this release clause. We know that Arsenal are in the market for a goalkeeper because Neto, who was on loan from Bournemouth to Arsenal, has returned to Bournemouth, and therefore they've triggered this release clause. Now, one of the things that really impressed Arsenal was the fact that Kepa has said, I understand you've got a really good goalkeeper in David Raya, but I'm prepared to fight for the jersey. I'm prepared to go toe-to-toe with David Raya and see if I can compete to be Arsenal's number one. So, yeah, we're just waiting for more developments on this, but our information is that Arsenal are progressing on a potential deal to sign Kepa, and in theory, at £5 million, someone that's got huge levels of experience, that could be a really astute signing for Mikel Arteta.
Arsenal, guys, important to say the updates of the day. Arsenal are advancing very well on a deal to sign Benjamin Šeško. Last week I came here and I told you Arsenal have started concrete talks, club to club and with player side, for Benjamin Šeško. Still nothing agreed. This week, Friday, I come here and tell you that Arsenal are advancing well in these negotiations with the club and also with the player in terms of transfer fee with Leipzig, but also in terms of salary and contract with the player. So advancing very well. There were several meetings from Monday to Thursday between Šeško, his agent, and obviously Red Bull Leipzig to discuss the exit, but also with Arsenal to be ready on this deal. The conversation is now very advanced. Still nothing agreed yet. My understanding is that this weekend should be quiet in terms of agreements. Then, next week, any moment could be good for the breakthrough and for Benjamin Šeško to become the new striker of Arsenal. So the conversation is going very well. The player is keen on the move, sold on the project of Mikel Arteta, now working on the details of this deal. Club side, player side, contract, commission, every single detail, but advancing very well. And so in the next days, concrete possibilities to see Benjamin Šeško getting closer, maybe completing his move to Arsenal. And then, guys, important to say that at the moment, the other situation on Arsenal side, Viktor Gyökeres, the other name in the list of Arsenal, at the moment the situation is still not developing. At the moment, Arsenal are focused on Benjamin Šeško, discussing, advancing for Benjamin Šeško. For Viktor Gyökeres, I'm not aware of official bid from Arsenal or any sort of agreement. He remains a player on Arsenal's shortlist. Maybe something could go wrong for Šeško, so he remains a player appreciated internally, but at the moment, the priority negotiation, the priority conversation for Arsenal is clearly for Benjamin Šeško, a player they wanted to sign 1 year ago, summer 2024. That was not possible. Šeško decided to sign a new deal at Red Bull Leipzig, and then they tried again in the January transfer window, but Benjamin Šeško also knew that Leipzig were never gonna let him leave mid-season. So nothing happened for that story, nothing happened in January, nothing happened last summer. This summer could be different, because the Gyökeres situation with Arsenal at the moment is quiet, and the Šeško situation is really getting concrete and advanced. Let's see if they will be able to close this deal, but for sure, Benjamin Šeško, in this moment, the priority target for Arsenal. So, guys,
Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga is reported to be on the verge of joining London rivals Arsenal in a cut-price deal. Arsenal are reportedly on the verge of completing the signing of Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga for £5 million. Such AC appears minuscule when you consider that Kepa joined the Blues for a then world record fee of £71.8 million from Athletic Club in 2018. When Aaron Ramsdale departed the Gunners for regular playing time at Southampton last summer, Arsenal were left scrambling for a new backup to David Raya. The North London outfit left it late, but eventually filled the void on deadline day with the loan signing of Neto from ASC Bournemouth. After featuring just 4 times during his loan and failing to inspire confidence amongst supporters, Neto is expected to return to Bournemouth upon the expiry of his loan, leaving Arsenal once again searching for a deputy to Raya. Learning from their frantic end to last summer's transfer window, the Gunners look to have acted quickly to bring in their man this time, and their search appears to have gone full circle. A day before Arsenal find Neto on loan, the Cherries announced the finding of Kepa on a season-long loan from Chelsea. The Spaniard impressed on the south coast, keeping 8 clean sheets while also averaging a little over 3 saves per game. His performances appear to have impressed Arsenal, who, according to David Ornstein, are set to find the 30-year-old on a long-term deal. He added that the shot stopper is happy to fight for his place with 2-time Premier League Golden Glove winner Raya clearly cemented as first choice, for the time being at least. Gunners boss Mikel Arteta is no stranger to goalkeeper changes, however, with Bernd Leno, Emiliano Martinez, Aaron Ramsdale, and David Raya all enjoying extended runs as the club's first-choice goalkeeper during the Spaniard's tenure. Arsenal are said to be long-time admirers of Kepa, with key figures impressed by his character, while acting as an understudy during spells with Chelsea and Real Madrid in recent times. Espanyol's Joan Garcia had looked poised to join the Gunners' goalkeeping ranks last summer, but the deal never materialised, and the young Spaniard now looks set to join and start for Barcelona. Arsenal are closing in on a cut price £5 million deal to find goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea, with the Spain international set to provide competition for compatriot David Raya. Kepa became the world's most expensive goalkeeper when he moved to Stamford Bridge in a £72 million deal 7 seasons ago from Athletic Bilbao. But he spent last season on loan at Bournemouth, starting all but 3 Premier League games after finding a new deal at his parent club that included a £5 release clause and also for his salary lowered significantly. Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca does not consider him part of his plans going forward. He played 163 times for the club, keeping 59 clean sheets and winning 4 major honours. But he last featured for them in 2023, having also been sent on loan to Real Madrid, where he made 20 appearances. Bournemouth were keen on making his switch to the South Coast permanent, with head coach Andoni Iraola saying, "I think it is a matter of negotiating with Kepa himself and with Chelsea. I think both sides are very happy with his loan spell." However, Kepa, 30, is now set to become the latest player to swap Chelsea for the Gunners. Raheem Sterling spent a difficult spell on loan at the Emirates in the season just past, alongside former Blues Kai Havertz and Jorginho. The Gunners had initially been keen on Espanyol's Joan Garcia, but he seems increasingly destined for Barcelona. Mikel Arteta's pursuit of a new centre-forward continues, meanwhile, with Benjamin Sesko and Victor Gyökeres near the top of their wish list. Ideal to find Spain midfielder Martin Zubimendi is also progressing, with the Real Sociedad star having a £51 million release clause. Chelsea, meanwhile, have already landed striker Liam Delap from relegated Ipswich Town in what is expected to be another hectic transfer window.